Well, my name is Emma DeVries and I run a remedial massage business called Mend You Remedial Massage. It's in Sydney. I've been operating for about 18 months. Prior to that, in working through to getting my diploma, which took me a really long time, being single mum and finding anything else to do other than do my studies. I was working in the spa and beauty industry as a remedial massage therapist. And prior to that, I was an intensive care cardiothoracic nurse, so I've got that behind me as well. I also work in television as a professional puppeteer, which is neither here nor there, but it just adds to my whole gamut of what I do. It's all hands, let's be honest. In the spa and beauty industry, I found that they offered hot stones, and my take on hot stones was, yeah, that's just so you can get more money. You've got these hot stones and you just do that. However, in my own business, I'm very, very interested in using heat on my clients. So I always put, especially in winter time, always put a heated up weedy back on their shoulders and those tight major areas of the upper traps. And so I already had the psychology of heat helps massage. How I got into the hot stones being part of my treatment plans for all my clients here was that I was looking at furthering my modalities, adding to my quiver. I don't know what's the right.
Yeah. Another tool in your toolbox.
Yeah.
Another arrow in your quiver. Yeah.
That's right. And I was actually speaking to another massage therapist and who I met when I was doing one of my puppeteering gigs and I was needing massage, and she was in Newcastle. And she'd done your course, Christine, and she said, this is an amazing course to do. Shout out to Seashell Massage.
Yeah, Seashell. Shell.
And she said, it's amazing. I was a little bit dubious, thinking, hot stones. Yeah, it's all just about getting extra money and you're going to show me some new moves. But I had a look at what you were basically offering and I had a chat to you and I went, yeah, I want to bring this on. One of the big factors for me was that it had a very large potential in getting me my education units for maintaining my provider. And through my Massage Therapy Association, they absolutely honoured that. So that was great.
Yeah. Which association are you with, Emma?
With AMT.
AMT, beautiful.
So, and I've been really happy with them. Great. So yeah, I thought, well, why not? Let's bring that in. Given that my background had been spa and beauty industry where they'd used them, and I'd been put in a position where I gave them to clients before, but not really having any idea what I was doing with them. It's just like, yeah, people go, oh my gosh, yeah, hot stones. I'm thinking, yeah, you got to pay more for that, whatever. I can do more with my hands than what I can do with the stones. So, I was really intrigued by bringing that into my business and making it a modality that I enjoyed. And I absolutely thoroughly enjoy my business. So I wanted to have something that I go, yeah, I want this to be a tool that helps me rather than just faps around and has it as an option in my treatment menu.
Yeah, great. So when you started bringing the hot stones in to your clinic, how did your clients react? Like, what sort of
really positively, positively. Most of them went, oh my gosh, yes. Now, I brought them in summer, so I was surprised that people were going, oh my gosh, yes, in summer, because the house here where I rent has got no air conditioning, and this little room ends up being akin to a kiln by the end of the day. So I had to figure out ways that I could have my stones on and not be like doing Bikram massage. And there were some days where I just couldn't use them. It was just too hot. And the people's muscles were already so hot. And
it was pretty hot this summer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in Sydney.
Yes, stupidly hot. Anyway, the bulk of them went, yeah, okay, bring it on. I've had a couple of clients book in for the whole hot stones treatment, but I'm anticipating that in wintertime that will increase incrementally.
Yeah.
That people go, yeah, bring on that yummy heat of hot stones. And also being able to throw it out there that this is not just about pampering. Originally, the idea of cold to me seemed counterintuitive, and I'm thinking, why would I want to use that apart from with injury? But I've discovered an absolute benefit in, especially around the face, cold stones around the face. I've got some beautiful little stones that I actually keep in the freezer and bring out for those clients and put it in an ice bucket and then use them. And every single client had just been purring and dribbling by the end of it, but giving them amazing relief around the sinus areas and around there. They're my main areas that I've chosen to use them in thus far. I haven't extended my, not that I don't trust myself in other areas, but I think probably I've got one client who has very inflamed, I think it's supraspinatus, but at the moment, and I'm very keen to try utilizing that on her. But she basically can't even touch her. She's so sore. But
wow.
But I'm loving the cold. It's such a juxtaposition between the hot for the clients who are so deliciously enjoying the cold, and then to use that on the face, they love it. They actually absolutely love it. No one goes, that's so cold.
I know. It surprises us, don't we? Because we do actually put our own picture on top of that. I know that I did for a long time. I didn't use my cold. I didn't utilize it as much as I possibly could. Now I do, and I absolutely love it. And I use it with lymphatics and everything. It's like, it's really great. I love doing it. So, so how did you find our mentoring conversations every week? How did you find that?
I found the mentoring fantastic. I'm such a relational person, and having that rather than just me stuck with my head in a computer screen or in books. Having that mentoring was paramount to me, and I also could ask what I thought was a really dumb question and found out everyone else was going, oh yeah, me too. So I found that really helpful. I wasn't embarrassed to ask them, but it's really good to know I wasn't the only one asking. I'm wanting to know, and it's not that you hadn't covered the information, but my understanding of it was slightly different. And getting that clarification from you and your years of experience in it actually was, I found invaluable. I just couldn't put a price on it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, and you could ask me anything, couldn't you? Really?
Oh gosh, yes.
Even if it wasn't. We went off topic.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I'm sorry, that person who does that, but
no, everyone does that. I like that. I don't mind. I really enjoy sharing. That
was good. And look, actually, what I really loved, Christine, that you did for us was that we said, oh, what about this? And you said, look, I use this book, and you know what? Here is a page of it. You guys look at this, and you send it to us all. And excellent. I've got some hard knowledge there. I've got that evidence there of what we just talked about. And I found that really helpful too, which wouldn't have come through if we hadn't asked the question. You hadn't gone, hey, look, this is what I use. And there's stuff in the course you can't cover. Otherwise we'd be there in perpetuity.
But it would be a remedial course, a diploma.
Forever. Yes. It was great.
Cool. Yeah. Would you recommend the course to anybody else?
Oh, thoroughly. 100%. I think it's an amazing modality to add to your gamut of stuff that you do. If you're just starting out, we've been doing massage for 20 years. Having this to it is, if you find a person who really gets in with your thumbs and you're getting it's amazing how much it releases you on your workload. And I absolutely am all about stacking your joints and all the rest of it. Even with that, this has been an amazing edit, and I can't wait till the cooler months when I can really push it. And then I believe that people go, actually, I love it, whether it's hot or cold day. I love it. It's what it does for me is fundamental. And so I'm looking forward to embracing that more. And it's only around the corner. So when the cooler months come in, I'm looking
absolutely. We're nearly there.
Yes.
All this wet weather's helped too, hasn't it, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you feel like it has saved your hands?
Yeah, I think there's absolutely areas that whereas I would have spent longer teasing out a muscle, so to speak, or gently teasing it out, the stone's getting in and it's doing a whole heap of work for me before I have to. It's bringing the blood supply up. It's being very therapeutic in the true meaning of the word. It's really helpful, and not just a nice, that's something nice to add into your treatments. It's actually something that I've found that has reduced my workload, enhanced what I can do. And that's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah. So if someone was saying, oh, but it's online, I can't learn a hands-on skill online, what would you say?
Oh gosh, no. No. There are videos, there's more than enough stuff there. I think that it's an intuitive thing anyway. So even if you were standing there physically in the room with us, it's still something I've got to learn with my own hands and my own clients and my own space. So I think you give us absolutely the basic skills to kick off from, but it's that there's ample of learning opportunity off the screen, and you give us plenty of time to go through the coursework before we discuss it next week. And we're not treated like infants. If for some reason our week was crazy out of kilter and we didn't even get a chance to look at it, it wasn't like, oh well, you can't be part of the conversation then. It was, no, let's talk. I mean, you kind of get that, you know, when you're with courses, you go, oh gosh, I've got up the day. It's like, no, life happens.
Yeah.
And you're going to get from the course what you put into it, quite frankly. You set it out for us, and it's fantastic having the video. Really.
Oh, that's great. It's great to hear. That's great to hear, because sometimes, you know, people are thinking, oh, your course is fairly expensive when I compare it to a weekend workshop. Why should they choose the 7 weeks over a weekend? And I just kind of well, I would say to that is, yep, there's an outlay, but you know, Christine, with me, there are payment plans. And it's very doable. It's very doable. It is, look, it's an investment into your business. Fundamentally, that's what it is. It's not wasted money. A weekend you could do cheaper, but the fact is your resources now are there with me. You get all them videos forever.
And I can talk to you whenever I want. I can
absolutely
message you. Now the leader of the conference, whatever, is probably not that keen on me going. Now, by the way, Saturday afternoon when we talked about it's more haphazard, and I know the information. Look, we're all the same. The fact is, if we get a barrage of information, our brain to a point goes, I can't do any more. But how it's paced out in the 7 weeks, oh my gosh, it's the way to learn it rather than in just big one fell swoop.
And the ongoing support as well in the little Facebook group and everything.
Absolutely.
And you really connected with another one of the therapists in your group as well. So you've made a massage buddy.
I have, and she's not in the same state as me, but we're very much similar lines of thinking and experience. She was a nurse as well.
Same background.
And having that like-minded person as well who goes, oh gosh, yes, I struggle with that, or I do this, has been fantastic. I've really unexpected benefit from it, and it's been great.
That's lovely to hear. It's so fantastic. It's so great to have people supporting and helping each other, and that's kind of the hopefully the ethos that comes through in our little groups, that we're not, well, I'm not telling you anything about my business because it's my business. It's more like, you know, by sharing, we can actually raise the game together and help each other to, you know, attract more clients, serve more people, help more people. And in the next breath, you know, still have the energy for our families at the end of the day.
Yes. And I thoroughly appreciated that. And it spoke to me in the way that we carried it out, and was, I didn't find anything obtrusive about it, and I really enjoyed it.
That's great. That's wonderful. That's so
Pleasure.
good. Thank you so much. Honestly, it was a pleasure to have you on the course. And I know across 7 weeks, we get to chat to each other and get to know each other a little bit more and find out what's going on in people's lives and things like that. So it's a really, you know, for me personally, I love it. I actually love the little meeting every week.
You can tell.
It's nice. So yeah, I think that's really all my nosy questions.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, that's my pleasure. I've got a client coming up. So,
and thank you very, very much, Emma.
Thank you, Christine.
A pleasure to talk to you.